Hi and welcome back, and today we're going to talk about how to motivate and inspire your team to do great work. Every team will be made up of individuals, and each individual will have their own separate set of skills. They have different histories, different work experiences, and as such, they'll be inspired by different motivations. We're going to focus on keeping your developers engaged in their work. This is going to be time consuming and it's going to be unique for each person. But in doing this, you can inspire them to succeed and keep them happy and motivated. By doing this, it will bear fruit in delivering project success as well as maintaining a low turnover of developers. So let's try and understand the two different types of motivation. We have internal and external motivation. Internal motivation is more sustainable, and it's things like enjoyment, personal growth, learning and satisfaction in the work that you're doing. An example of this would be like a person going to the gym and building up their body and physique and seeing the results of it. On the other side, we have external motivation. This is driven by external rewards or punishment, such as pay bonuses, promotions and prizes. These kind of external influences work for a short time, but they're not sustainable for the long term. Instead, help them value their work, and if they feel well, they do well, they'll have some personal enjoyment and benefit from them. As you work with people more with one-to-one conversations, try and move them away from that external motivation and towards those internal goals. Let's look at self-determination and see how it is affected by external and internal motivation. There are 4 different types. Non-self-determination is behavioral regulated by external control, reward or punishment. Limited self-determination is behavioral regulated by internal control, reward or punishment. We then have moderate self-determination, where this behavior is regulated by personal value attached to engaging in tasks. The last one we have is complete self-determination. This is value and consequences totally integrated. Example of this would be, I do it because I enjoy it. This is what we're looking for in each team member. So now let's talk about what are the ingredients of internal motivation. This can be split into 3 things. Mastery, where people feel confident, competent and accomplished when completing their tasks. Autonomy, where people feel in control of their own actions and decisions. And purpose, where people get a sense of meaning from their daily tasks and are able to contribute to something important. With mastery, you want to give people the feeling of confidence, where in your one-to-ones, you want to give them feedback that's positive or constructive. You also want to give them the opportunity to have that self-development and mastery of their skills, but also to stretch them a bit and give them meaningful opportunities that they can use their skills towards. So any targets you set are not too unreachable, otherwise this will create the opposite effect. With autonomy, you want to encourage team members to participate in this. You want them to set their own goals and think about their own projects to work on. One of the best ways to learn is from your own mistakes. So provide the security for them to make these honest mistakes and learn from it. As part of inclusion, you want to give them access to all the information so that they're able to make their own choices in what they're doing. With purpose, you want to share with them what the company goals are. You want to show them you understand what they care about and then try and weave this in their day-to-day activities. Where possible, get feedback from team members and allow them to create the team vision and purpose. Give them the opportunities to work on whole tasks, not just small parts of the task, so that they're a buy-in to the overall projects. It's important in your one-to-one sessions with them to have this constant communication with them to see what their feelings are, where they can improve on, and what opportunities there are for it. You can have open and frank career conversations with them so you can gauge a better idea of where they want to be and how you're going to get them there. Next, we're going to talk about how you can stretch the team members some tips on how to do that. The first thing is you can let them take the lead whenever they can. This will be for small features or projects depending on what their skill sets are. This will give them an empowerment to take control of the project and to think about how to include other team members and take ownership of it. You can encourage them to take initiative. Organize brainstorming sessions where they can contribute to the overall project. You can also see how they can get things done on their own. They can work autonomously without any guidance, but still remain open in taking direction when necessary. Meeting goals is a great achievement for them, milestones or otherwise. Celebrate the success and feedback to them. Encourage them to ask lots of relevant questions. If they're not doing so, you can feedback to them in one-to-ones, emphasizing the fact that you would like them to contribute in meetings. Once they reach that performing stage, you can see them make strong decisions in fast-paced environments. So, in summary, treat your developers as individuals. Get to know what support and challenge you can provide for them as a first step to motivating them. It's not one size fits all, so you need to get to know them and see what's best for them. It'll always be as simple as just ask. Just have frank conversations with them. Just get to know what motivates them and what you can do to support them. Don't forget that infrequent feedback and recognition isn't likely to motivate your staff and help them develop, but providing them with constant support and challenge should do. All of the goals that are set should come from them. Self-motivated goals are a lot easier for them to buy into than goals that you put onto them. Remember that money is not the only answer. It is the answer for the short term, but to keep them in the long term, you need to provide that internal motivation and challenge. Also, don't forget to neutralize all your biases and treat each member fairly. If you found this video useful, then click and subscribe and watch out for upcoming videos.